Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Becca. I do friendship bracelets and other crafts on my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Either way, if you're not subscribed, go ahead, subscribe, because you won't want to miss more content that I have for you, including tutorials like today's video and other kinds of videos that you won't know about unless you subscribe. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on how to make this bordered daisy chain. The pattern is this bracelet right here. It's more of a sunflower, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a daisy chain because it's the same thing, but it just has a border on the edges instead of not having a border on the edges. I'm going to be showing you how to make this bracelet today. It is not a beginner bracelet. I would say it is a upper level beginner to intermediate level bracelet. You need to know how to make the daisy chain bracelet in order to make this bracelet, and you need to have a little bit of experience under your belt. As you can see, there's plenty of color combinations you can choose. This one is like sunflowers, this one's daisies. This one is the one that I will be showing you in the tutorial, and it is like poppies. So yeah, I will be showing you how to make this bracelet here, and let's just get on into the tutorial. So I am starting my bracelet with a loop. If you don't know how to make a loop, you might not want to make this bracelet because it is not exactly a beginner bracelet. I would say this is beginner, higher level beginner to intermediate level bracelet because it's a little bit more tricky than a daisy chain, but not by much. So if you're doing the daisy chains and you want another fun kind of challenge bracelet to do, then this might be the bracelet that's next on your list. If you look at the pattern right over there, you will notice that there are two knots that seem to be missing from the pattern. And I'm actually going to kind of put circles around where the knots should be on that diagram over there. I will actually be making knots in place of those empty circles that I have on the screen, just to connect the center of the flower and therefore connecting the center of the chain. And for me, I am using the border color that I'm using this green as the border color. I'm using the black as the center, which is the brown in the pattern, but is black for me. And then I am doing red as the yellow or the petals of the flower. That is, I'm going for a poppy type of flower look. So I have two of the border strings on both sides of the bracelet. So take two strings, fold it in half, one black string on each side and one red string on each side. So let's get into the actual knotting. The first thing you're going to do is separate out the red or the petal color strings. In the pattern it is yellow, for me it is red, and for you it is whatever color you would like. I'm going to make a forward knot to join these two red strings. That is going to be what joins the bracelet together initially. And that knot again is not in the pattern. Next, on the left side, I am going to start knotting with backward knots over first the black string or the center of the flower string. For me, that is black. In the pattern, it's a sunflower, so it's brown. But like I said, for you, it's whatever color you want. So I'm going to do a knot over the black string. Let's just ignore these strings on the right. So I've done a knot over the black string, a backward, and then I am going to do a knot over one of these border strings. It doesn't matter which. And I'm just going to do a full backward knot with the red over one of the green border strings. And then with that last border string, we are actually going to change and knot from the green onto the red instead of red onto green, like we did with this one. We are going to take that green border string that we haven't used yet, and we are going to do a forward backward. And that is what gives you the border on the flower instead of just a flower in the middle of a chain. And we are going to do the exact same thing on the other side, except mirrored. So next we are going to take that red string on the right side, this right bundle. We are going to take the red string in the middle, do a forward knot over the black string, and over one of the green border strings. It doesn't matter which. Doing a forward knot. We are going to be knotting with the green string over the red string, and just like on the other side, but with a backward forward knot this time, we are going to be knotting over the red string. And then we are going to take this red string and this border string that we just worked with, set it aside. Same thing with the two outermost strings on this side, set them aside, because we are going to be making that center of the flower now. So we have two black strings or center flower strings in the middle, the very middle, and then we have two border color strings right next to them. And what we are going to do is we are going to make the very basic diamond. So I'm going to take my two strings in the middle, do a forward knot to join them, next taking that black string that I just worked with, or the black string that is on the right now, and I'm going to be doing a forward backward over the border string that is right next to it. Set those aside. Take the black string that you haven't worked with, this black string that's on the left, and do a backward forward over the left border string. And then join the black strings in the middle, and I'm going to do this by doing a forward knot. Now we can start to kind of close the petals around this center that we have just created. So we are going to ignore this outermost border string, take that red string. On the left, we are going to do two forward knots over these two innermost strings. And we are going to start going over the green, which is closest to the red, doing a forward knot, and then doing a forward knot over the black next. And on the opposite side, we are going to do the exact same thing. We are going to be taking the red string that is on the right. We are going to do backward knots first over this inner green string. Oh, that knot flipped, so I'm going to pull on that green string. So backward knot over the green, backward knot over the black that is on the right, and then join the red strings in the middle with a forward knot. Now your strings are in that same sort of order or bundle that they were in the very beginning at the start of the flower, and that is because we are done with this flower. All we are going to do now is going to start by doing 5 backward forward knots. Next, we are going to work on the left side because we have finished the right side of the bracelet. We are going to take one of the border colors on the right, or the left, excuse me. We're going to take one of the border colors on the left, and we are going to do 5 forward backward knots. So on the right, we did back. So now that I have the left side done, I am ready to take these red strings, join them in the center, and restart this whole flower process. And that is it. Those are the 2 steps to creating this bracelet. I will return once I have finished my entire bracelet to show you the finished product, and I will see you in a little bit. Alright, so here's the finished bracelet. I think it turned out well. I really like the way the poppies look, and I think it's just an overall fun bracelet. So if you found this tutorial helpful, if you want to share it with your friends, if you want to subscribe, give it a like, you know, do all that good stuff. It really helps me out. Any support is greatly appreciated. I hope you found it like a fun video, and I hope you make some daisy chain with the borders of your own, and that's all I have to say. So thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me, and I hope you stick around and watch for some more videos from my channel. So yeah, thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye.